Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we're diving into a story that might hit a little too close to home for some of us, especially in this age of perfectly curated online lives. It's the story of Chloe, an influencer who seemed to have it all. Picture this: rooftop lattes with the city skyline as a backdrop, wardrobes overflowing with designer clothes, tags still on, a chic, sun-drenched apartment that looks like it's straight out of a magazine. On her feed, Chloe's life was a dream. Every post was a picture of success, a cascade of likes and glowing comments. She was the girl everyone wanted to be. But behind the screen, a very different story was unfolding. Away from the camera flashes and ring lights, Chloe's reality was a constant hum of anxiety. We see her late at night, the glow of her phone illuminating a worried face. She's staring at her banking app, her heart sinking with every refresh. Maxed out credit cards screaming with red alerts. A mountain of debt that grew larger with every tap tube. The luxurious life she was broadcasting to the world was built on a foundation of financial quicksand, and she was sinking fast. The wake-up call came when her laptop, the very tool of her trade, sputtered and died, just a black screen. Panicked, she rushed to buy a new one, confident she could get it on a payment plan. But then came the words that shattered her illusion. Application denied. The credit she had relied on for so long had finally run out. It was a humiliating, public moment that forced her to confront the truth she'd been desperately avoiding. She was broke. Hitting rock bottom can be a strange sort of gift. With no other options, Chloe stumbled upon an online webinar hosted by a financial mentor named Elias. He spoke about financial clarity and intentional living. And for the first time, something clicked. Elias wasn't just talking about budgets. He was talking about freedom. One by one, she unsubscribed from the hundreds of retail emails that flooded her inbox daily. Each one a temptation to spend money she didn't have. She held her finger over the shopping apps on her phone, the little icons that had become her go-to for a quick dopamine hit, and she pressed delete. It was painful, like saying goodbye to a part of herself. But she knew it was necessary. As she started tracking her spending, the true horror of her situation became clear. We see this visualized as a math monster, a terrifying creature made of interest rates and late fees, gobbling up her paycheck before she even had a chance to touch it. Every dollar she earned seemed to vanish into this monster's gaping maw. It was a powerful, gut-wrenching visualization of how compound interest was working against her, keeping her trapped. This confrontation with her financial monster sparked a radical idea. If influencing had gotten her into this mess, maybe a different kind of influencing could get her out. She set up her camera, took a deep breath, and started recording. But this time, there were no filters, no staged smiles, This was a de-influencing video. "This bag," she said, holding up a $1,000 designer purse, "cost me more than my rent. And I've used it twice." She went through her closet, item by item, laying bare the true cost of her influencer lifestyle. She talked about the pressure, the emptiness, and the crushing weight of debt. She was raw, honest, and vulnerable. And then she put it all up for sale. The video went viral, not just for the drama, but for its authenticity. People were tired of the fake perfection. They connected with her honesty. Her follower count exploded, but this time they weren't just followers. They were a community. They were people who saw themselves in her struggle and were inspired by her courage. A few weeks later, a major brand reached out, inviting her on an exclusive, all-expenses-paid trip. The old Chloe would have jumped at the chance. It was validation, a sign she had made it. But there was a catch. She had to pay for her own flights up front and would be reimbursed later. A few months ago, she would have just put it on a credit card without a second thought. But this was the new Chloe. She looked at her bank account, saw the money she'd made from selling her luxury goods, and made a choice. She politely declined a trip, explaining she couldn't afford the upfront cost. It was a difficult decision, a test of her newfound resolve. Instead of booking a flight, she logged into her credit card portal and made a huge payment, watching the balance drop significantly. That feeling, she realized, was better than any brand trip. Fast forward 6 months, we see Chloe in a new apartment. It's smaller, less decorated, and the view isn't as spectacular, but it's peaceful. The constant anxiety is gone, replaced by a quiet confidence. She's brewing coffee in her own simple mug, a genuine smile on her face. She picks up her phone, not to scroll through a feed of things she can't have, but to post an update for her community. It's a screenshot of her bank account. The numbers are still in the red, but the debt has been slashed by more than half. The progress is undeniable. Beneath the image, she types a simple caption: "Buying my freedom, 1 cent at a time." The final shot is of her looking out her new, more modest window, a look of true contentment on her face. She wasn't just paying off her debt. She was buying back her life. And that, she knew, was priceless. Thank you so much for watching. If Chloe's story resonated with you, let me know in the comments below. Do not forget to like and subscribe for more stories about finding what is real in a world that is often not. See you in the next one.